Okay, 20 minutes ago, I was sitting here watching a video. Lady cop in an SUV come by. She stopped. I couldn't hear what she was saying, so I took my earbuds out, and she told me I gotta move on. I can't be hanging out here. I said to her, it's a public sidewalk, isn't it? She said, yeah, but they don't want anyone hanging out here between 5 and 7 a.m. Now, I don't know who they are. Probably the same day that insisted that I get a letter of permission in order to hang out here from the owner of the store that abuts the public sidewalk, which is not open at the hours that I'm hanging out here using his Wi-Fi. He wouldn't have gave me the password if he didn't want me here. Now, they stopped and said the same thing to the dude hanging out down there on the bus bench. Now they come along and it looks like they're arresting him, probably for trespassing on a public sidewalk. They do have a no trespassing sign at that bus bench. These are not, to be fair, these are not the same ones. The woman cop who told me that was night shift. She's gotten off by now. This is a day shift that's over there arresting these guys. As far as I know, all they were doing was sitting on a bus bench. The other cop's going into the bodega where the homeless guy's sitting in front of. He's probably in there soliciting a trespass, saying to the proprietor, hey, you don't want this guy sitting in front of your store, do you, before he goes out and hassles you. Anyway, I'm still here. I haven't moved. I can't. I have to shoot this at a distance because I have to stay in the Wi-Fi range. I have to instantly upload it because there's no room in the memory of the camera to hold a clip if it gets long. We'll see if they come for me next. Or maybe those guys were doing something down there, I don't know. They do have a no trespassing sign on the bus stop. Now the cop's going through the guy's bag. He's already handcuffed and in the car. Here comes the sanitation department with the leaf blowers, so it looks like I'm going to have to move. The homeless guy isn't. He's not going anywhere. The fact that use of the leaf blowers in this situation is an OSHA violation is irrelevant because only he or one of his co-workers can complain about it. And there is no law that says he can't use the leaf blower like that. So the idea is I have to let him blow the garbage on me and then sue him. Alright, I'm going to cut the film so I can walk by him here. Okay, now actually they arrested two guys who were sitting on a bus bench, not one. There were three there. One is still sitting there, the other two are in the back of the cop cars. They're now going through the third guy's possessions over there and running his ID. Wait a minute, he's not on the bus bench anymore. I don't know if he got arrested too. or if they just made him leave. I don't know. He was still sitting there when I cut the film before the guy with the leaf blower went by. Oh, looks like they're getting ready to take off. They arrested 2 people sitting on a bus bench. I don't know what they charged them with. I don't know if the third one got arrested or if they made him leave. But anyway, I don't know if you can see, they're leaving one of their, one of these guys had a duffel bag. It's still sitting on the sidewalk. We'll see if they transport the prisoner without his possessions. They've done that to me twice. Just left all my stuff sitting on the sidewalk when they arrested me. Oh, there's the third guy. Female cop's talking to him now. I don't know, I'm kind of far away to see any of this. I don't dare get closer because I'll get harassed. I'll also lose the Wi-Fi signal, so the phone memory will fill up and this thing will stop filming. Well, they all appear to be taking off now. One's going across to his car on the other side of the street. The one with the prisoners is about to come by me. Well, looks like that's the end of that. Okay, now the one cop who stayed down there, is doing the school zone speed enforcement, because we are right across from a school. Hey, I just spoke with him, and apparently he called the others because those guys were smoking weed on the bus bench. Now, because they were doing it within 1,000 feet of a school, that makes it a misdemeanor rather than a civil violation. But why did they take 2 of them and not the third one? Well, I didn't see the third one smoking. He said, how many of them were in possession of the weed when the other units arrived? None. They threw it away, but they picked it up off the sidewalk. But I saw those 2 smoking. So they were arrested. He told me. If you'd stuck around longer, you'd have seen him pass it to the third guy. Because if he wasn't smoking, he would have got up and left when the first 2 started, so he didn't go to jail with them. Fact of the matter is, none of them gets convicted if the weed was recovered off the sidewalk. None of them had any weed on them. Just incredible. Anyway, he would only speak to me off camera. He says he's not going to give me any information while the camera's running because he's not authorized to disseminate it. And on the record, he can't tell me anything. But because I know the guy for 10 years, once the camera was off, he told me what was going on. I'm not going to mention his name, badge number, or get a close enough shot of the car to get the car number. Because he just called his buddies. He continued with the school enforcement. And the buddies are the ones who arrested those guys. But it was based on his word to them as far as who got arrested. Technically, nobody should have been arrested unless he was the one making the arrest, because the others never saw them in possession, never saw them smoking it.
You can tell anybody you like who fucking loves me and what good it is.
So I don't know, he may have shot video of them smoking it. That may be his claim to the case, but and he can submit it as a witness video to the others who made the arrest. They certainly can't make a possession charge stick if he found it on the sidewalk unless he has video of him, a continuous video of it from the time it left the guy's hand and was thrown on the sidewalk until a police officer picked it up without losing sight of it. And that's it. Since this was the only video I had of a weed bust, I published it today. Happy Marijuana Day, folks. 4/20/2020.